Trans Radical Rationale. I'm your host, MX Martha. Happy to see you. Let me tell you one thing. Am I depressed? I mean, I'm not in bed all the time. No. Trans Radical Welcome to Trans Radical Rationale. I'm your host, MX Martha. So, what's your story? Mine's is something long and complex. But to get to the gist of it, I'm imperfect. Try to be the best that I can. Most important, the one to lead people to the right way. It's hard work, so you get tired sometimes. All you got is the love of it. If you don't got the love of it, what you do, then shoot. Ain't nobody really you're gonna burn yourself out. That passion to excel is the only thing that keeps me going. Is it a form of depression? No. Yes. Because rather than stay in bed and sleep, or forced to be in bed and sleep, I'm out and about just to forget. If I stay busy, I won't think. If I stay fluid, I won't hold. If I stay fluid, I won't hold. So, gender suckers. It's work. It makes Mark is always working, always tired. This gender expression thing, something new. It ain't something basic at all. The day-to-day battles, the battles when you gotta be put on the spot, when you gotta trans up or not. I don't know. To see what you're about, to see what you can do. Cause I don't know. All we really have is just our happiness. But then it's just like, even the thing that brings me joy, sometimes that it's like I work on it so hard that I lose the joy in it. It becomes not fun anymore. It becomes just actual work, because the more you put involved, the more you care. The more you gotta put involved, the more you care. It's like a vicious circle of where you don't even know if it's gonna work. You just butting your head against the wall. Fine line between genius and madness, but shit, they could both live in sadness. I don't even know why I did that. It's like a living creature, and you just want to. See, when someone says something just to hurt you, just to feel better, or laughs at your pain. It's unbelievable, really. See if we can work on some music. I'm having an issue with like maintaining the beat structure. I think it's coming to like stopping at the third, but not the full 4 beats where it needs to actually be a full beat. Been working on this just really for my voice, really, because when I record, I get to hear myself and the progression that I make, and when I play it back, like I'll pitch up the sound just so I can sound more like the way I want to sound. Sorry, smudge on the screen is really getting to me. So when I pitch up the sound, it gives me like a place to really shoot for when I try to record it again. That like, to get it to where I need to, it needs to be up this high, and then I can mess with values down low. You know, too slow. Tragedy is the name of the game, I suppose. That's what happens when you get in hope. See? Yeah, I know I ain't telling no lies. It's hard work. One of the hardest things to do is to transition to another gender. Start from scratch. Who are you? Who are you? What's your soul? What's your inherent beliefs? What's your guiding light? What's your madness? Is it all this madness, I suppose, really, in the end of the day? You should. A couple years ago, I've probably been in a mental asylum. Can't be, think you're a woman. But my darlings, I do. At least feel more comfortable, such as. You know, I took to transition like a caterpillar to a wall, you know, to find a place to be free like a butterfly, and, you know, have that safe space to cocoon, get my metamorphosis on. But you know, these predators are hostile, you know. No thoughts as to crippling your style. Better come correct. Better come correct, babies. Let's see what we got. I wanted to work with this sound. Where is it? This one. You know, like, it's the way, it's like, really, it's unfortunate. Is this the way of the world? I mean, really, it's nothing any different about the way I do, but just maybe the way I present myself. Is that so triggering? Is that so awful? Like I said, if y'all present yourselves as a jerk, straight up, honestly, I don't care. People are just who they are. Some people just born jerks. You know, it's just the one thing I guess about being trans is that it makes us feel that we're just like another like species, when like so many people just look from so far away and they judge and they make assumptions, especially to be more visibly trans, such as I am. It's like putting a target on your back. But I like sort of like that in a way, because I guess I'm contrarian by nature. It's the ways that we see the things in light, the way the things that we see in the dark is very seldom the same. I say one day, go outside your homes when it's dark and try to see the world, embrace yourself in it, right? In all its cracks and crevices of the nighttime, and all the shadows and light flickers and cigarette burns. See the outside in the dark so you can see how little you know really about this world. The same environment, you know, but in the dark everything looks so different. 3 stones might look like 3 turtles, and then your mind might believe that you saw 3 turtles. And then you have to investigate whether you saw 3 turtles. And then when you go over there, you realize you've just investigated 3 stones to see if they were 3 turtles. The nighttime does some weird things to us. It does some enlightening things. Makes us see the world in shades of light that our eyes aren't meant to adjust to. We're not cats. We're not owls. We're not lions. We're not nocturnal. Well, some people are. That's the insomniacs and the workaholics of the world. Best believe they see the nighttime different than y'all too. Y'all day walkers. Shoot, we just blade up in this. But it's just the way that it seems in this world. When I walk the streets, that people are walking in the nighttime when they see me, and they're not sure what kind of species they see before them, what kind of species I are. So tall, so tough, so rough and tumble, scars so many jagged, too much for a woman to say. Muscle frames built like granite, too hard for daintiness and modesty. But you see, I am what you think you see. I see it when you double your glance like a lightning flashing in the sky. It's so bright and blinding to your senses, gender zucked, powerless to see this ruthlessness in front of you. The night times catching you all, gripping in this darkness is seeing the world as truly impactful, done before y'all and done up until its makeup can go rise and show up. A vision of beauty that y'all didn't believe was even possible. Best believe that we can all achieve to see the dream that all I claim to be is you and me, and you and me will see that lead together. You and me can be together till you and I can see the leaves change as I fall or rise. But only in the dark time we only hear the crunch before our eyes. But we know it's all leaves too. It's just in the nighttime it just looks different. You can't see the colors though, but you know the way it feels. Touch to the soft and the skin is just all under the heels. adjusted your mind for, whoa, what stems from that? Can I get an appeal? It's basic. Stasis. Don't be static. Be a magnet. Attraction. Madness. It's an addict. Automatic made me an addict. Ain't no narcons for my groups. Only TGNC conforming support groups. Cause we go into this head first. Like army troops. Showing y'all that there's a brighter way. A brighter day to this place we stay. Transferability is all about showing the world what they think they might see, they might believe. They see it in the mirror, they see it all the time, they see it in their dreams. They're like, yo, why can't I? Until they see you. Walking down the street looking so prim and dapper. Genderless, genderful, gender zuckers. Unbasic, unstatic, free-throwing, unjaded, a bit more jaded. All of it to up and make the statement that we ain't so different. You just see me in the dark. Some people need the lights turned on. I've already walked in the dark.